Good morning, children. Now we will be moving to the cumulative frequency series. Okay, the next part. So a simple frequency distribution tells us frequency of a particular class. However, if we are interested to know very precisely as a total number of observations getting a value less than or more than, okay, then we need cumulative frequency. Cumulative frequency is nothing but it is simple addition of the successive frequencies of the classes. So when we want to know in details the number of observations getting value less than or getting more than or less than value, then only we need cumulative frequency, because frequency only tells us the frequency of a particular class. Okay, so cumulative frequency is easily calculated by adding up the successive values of the classes. Okay, it can be also abbreviated as CF. Now, types of cumulative frequency can be of two types: less than, more than. See, in a less than cumulative frequency distribution, frequency of each class interval are added successively from top to bottom. So the marks will be given like this. See, the marks 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, it is given. Number of students given, means your frequency is given. Now you will write it at this: less than, less than, less than. Now how to calculate CF? My first value will be the same. Next, 2 plus 5, 7. 2 plus 5 plus 10, or just simply 2 plus 5, 7. 7 plus 10, 17. 17 plus 12 is 29. 29 plus 17 is 46. 46 plus 4 is 50. Okay, so we get the CF, but my first value will be same. So you can see the number of students who have scored less than 10 marks is 2. Number of students scoring less than 20 is 7. So see, here my value was 0 to 10. Within this range, 2 students are there. But if I want to know how much have got less than 10, okay, 0 to 10 means 0 to 9. Okay, now if I want to know practically how much they have got, how many students have got less than that I can find out through CF, that is 2. Okay, so this is how cumulative frequency tells us the exact value. More than series. If a more than cumulative frequency distribution, the cumulative frequency of each class interval is obtained by finding out the cumulative total of frequency starting from the highest value of the variable to the lowest value. Now you see, again my class intervals, see, here the same thing I will write: more than 0, more than 10, more than 20, more than 30, more than 40, more than 50. It cannot be more than 10. As there is 0, it will be more than 0, then more than 10, more than 20, 30, 40, 50. Now I will start from the lower side. See, my 4 is my last frequency. So this will remain constant in case of more than. Then, so I will add from downwards 17 plus 4, then successive addition. Okay, so 17 plus 4, 21, 21 plus, next is 12. So it will be going on. Okay, is it clear? So I will start the addition from the lower side. 4 was there. Okay, 4, my last frequency, it will be constant. Again, listen to it carefully. Then I will add the subsequent parts. 17 plus 4, 12 plus 17 plus 4, 10 plus 12 plus 17 plus 4, 5 plus 10 plus 12 plus 17 plus 4, 2 plus 5 plus 10 plus 12 plus 17 plus 4. Clear? In less than, it will come from top. In more than, it will come from the bottom. Okay. Now in case mid values or midpoints of the class interval are given, when such mid values are given, it is called mid value series. Now how can we calculate class interval from the mid value series? First of all, calculate the difference between the two mid values. Then half of the difference is subtracted and added to each mid value to find out the lower and upper limits. So see, This is my mid value 5, 15, 25, 35, 45. Okay, now first, what did they say? First of all, calculate the difference between two mid values. So 5 minus 5 is 0. How? The difference between the two mid values is 10. See, 15 minus 5, 25 minus 5, 35 minus 25, 45 minus 35. See, the difference is 10. Okay. Now, the half of 10 is 5. Now, what have they asked to do? The half of the difference is subtracted and added to each mid value to find the lower and upper limits. To find the lower limit, we will subtract. To find the upper limit, we will plus. Just as we did to make inclusive to exclusive. Same here. Lower limit minus upper limit plus. So, first we have to subtract and find the I or the C, or you can say we have to find the difference between the two mid values, that is 10. We have to reduce it, means half. We will do half of it. The value which will come, lower limit minus upper limit plus. So 5 minus 5, 0, upper limit 5 plus 5, 10. So 0 to 10. 15 minus 5, 10, 15 plus 5, 20, 10 to 20. 25 minus 5, 20, 25 plus 5, 30, 20 to 30. 35 minus 5, 30, 35 plus 5, 40, 30 to 40. So you can see the class intervals can be easily calculated. So is it clear? Last we will do bivariate data. When the data is classified on the basis of two variables such as height and weight, marks and statistics and economics, means we are comparing only two variables. The distribution is called bivariate frequency distribution. Under this distribution, values of each variables are grouped into various classes in the same way as for univariate distribution. Okay, if the data corresponding to one variable, say x, is grouped into m class, and the data of corresponding another variable, say y, is grouped into n classes, then bivariate frequency table will have m into n. Means one variable we are taking x, another table we are taking y. Okay, and the corresponding frequencies are m and n. So bivariate frequency table will be m into n. Okay. When we are calculating, when we are working with the data of two variables, it is called bivariate frequency distribution. But still now we have done only frequency distribution with a single variable, like marks and number of students, age and number of students. Okay, such are called the univariate frequency distribution. So when we will be working with one variable, it is called univariate frequency distribution. When we will be dealing with the data or comparing data of two variables, we call it bivariate frequency distribution. So this is the difference. You have to write it. Okay, thank you, children.